masterclass. I'm glad you decided to take a step forward in your life, your career, and in the online e-commerce and drop shipping business. So I'm going to make this super easy, super relatable, and I'm not going to throw all this lingo you don't understand because like I said, this is easy. If I'm able to do it, you're able to do it, and I'm going to make it as seamless as possible for you. So I'm sure you've already thought of your niche, of what you want to do, of what you love, and what you're ready to start selling products on. Once you decided your niche, whether it's pets, whether it's hair products, auto, or NASCAR, or whatever it is that you like, that's already the first step of getting started. Decide on what you want to sell and get started with, and then go into this course. So once you have your niche down, the first thing you're going to want to get into is getting your brand together. Your brand is one of the most important pieces of your store, and it's going to be selling and helping you sell maybe for the rest of your life. So I would make sure that you have a powerful brand. Take some time on your brand because it will help you in the future. A lot of other gurus and other teachers, and especially in e-commerce, they don't go through this mainly because they just do e-commerce. But luckily, I also do graphic design and branding. So I know branding is very, very big within making sales in a store. It's one of the most important things. You could have an amazing product, but if your brand sucks, doesn't matter how much products you have or anything, you will not get any sales. So make sure your brand is going to be great. So in order to do that, get your niche and think of what you would see if you went and shopped at your perfect store. Think of how it would look. Think about how you would feel by looking at it and the feelings you get out of the idea of your brand. So once you have all that in your mind, you're going to want to go and get a logo made. You could design the logo yourself. You could have a graphic designer design it. For instance, I'm a graphic artist. I do all my own logos. Or you could go to Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com is amazing. For anywhere between $5 and $50 or even cheaper, you could get a professional logo created. And these logos will last you a lifetime. You own them, you own the rights to them, and you're able to tell the designer exactly what you want. And you don't have to pay until you're happy with the product. So if you're looking to save some money, go to Fiverr.com. If you're looking to create a very, very unique brand with a very professional logo, then go to someone professional. That is totally up to you. I'll leave that up to you on what you want to do with your brand, your logo. And once you have your logo and your brand created, you're pretty much ready to get started selling online. The next thing you're going to want to get is a domain name. Your domain name is going to be the .com. So for instance, Amazon.com, eBay.com, Facebook.com, those are domain names. So once you have your name for your brand, say for instance, if you're creating a hair product or you're going to be selling hair products, then you might go with myhairproducts.com or shopmyhairproducts.com. For instance, if your brand was, say, Sylvia's Hair Products, do not make a very long domain name that is too long for someone to remember. Make it short, sweet, and simple. Amazon.com, eBay.com, Facebook.com, Instagram.com, they're all one words. If you could come up with one word that describes your whole brand and is memorable, then you've achieved success already with your brand because it's easy to remember and other people will easily know how to type it in and find you online. So if you're going to get a domain name that is going to be sellable, make sure it is short and sweet. Again, keep it short and sweet and make sure that people understand exactly what your brand is selling just with the name. If you're going to use your own name, do not use a full name, just use part of it or a nickname. Keep it short, sweet, and simple. And to buy your domain name, you're going to go to GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy.com is a place I've been using for many, many years, over a decade actually. And They're only around $10 a year. I think right now they're at like 12, but you could find a coupon code online. Just go to Google and type in GoDaddy coupon, and you'll find some discounts on there. And it's usually around $10 a year for your domain name. It's a great investment. You own it. And even if you want to sell your store, you could even sell your domain name for some profit in the end. So you have your brand, you have your logo, you have your domain name. So you already are ready to get started with your store. Now, a lot of my students have been asking me on the legal stuff of this business. You do not need a business license. You do not need a registration. And you do not need anything legal to get started. And here's why. These drop shipping and e-commerce stores are not in the service industry. You're not servicing, you're not creating food, you're not putting anyone in a hazard or none of that. So you don't have to get a business license to sell a product that you're not even going to own. You're going to be drop shipping them from someone else. Although, disclaimer, if you are doing e-commerce, selling and you're selling your own product, then you do want to get a business license because you're selling your own product and you are responsible for it. If you're going to go into drop shipping, the drop shipper is responsible for their products. So you do not need a license to get started. If you do want, get an LLC to just get yourself ready if you're going to create some future stores or you're already getting ready to launch a handful of stores. An LLC really helps for that. And then just get all the names of the websites and DBAs. Although us in e-commerce, we don't really register any name unless we know the store is making sales. So a lot of e-commerce and drop shipping is testing the market and testing what works and doesn't work. If you make a store that's not working and you just want to make something else, then you would have wasted a lot of money on legal fees on that store. So do not register the name unless you start making sales or start getting lots of attention, because once you start getting lots of attention, that's when poachers come in and try stealing your stuff. So once you start making sales, start getting attention, make sure you get your name registered, whether it's locally or federally. Get it registered so no one else can steal it. Right off the back, your domain name does give you some sort of protection, but not full protection. So that's my take on the legal stuff. Again, if you're not comfortable, please see a lawyer or someone in the legal field to help you with that. Although with e-commerce, you do not need business licenses, drop shipping specifically. So you have your brand, you have your logo, you have your domain name, and you have all the legal stuff put together. Those are the 4 things you need before getting your store started. So let's go straight into now building your shop. So what I use is Shopify.com. Shopify is a very, very handy tool and platform for e-commerce made for sellers like me and you. It's made for us, it's built for us, and it's very super simple. I cannot say enough how much I love Shopify because it helps me out in every single way, whether it's advertising, tracking sales, analytics, so on and so on and so on. It's automated. There's a mobile app for it. It's great. If you decide to go the other route and use WordPress, WooCommerce, I will not go over that in this course, but upon request, I can. Again, it's a total different ball game. I highly recommend Shopify because WooCommerce and WordPress is getting outdated and it is a little harder to use and a little more expensive. But there are some businesses who already have a WordPress site built for them, so it might be good just to go straight into WooCommerce rather than Shopify. Although I do recommend Shopify because it is much easier and you could get started within a few days or a day. Whereas with WordPress, you have to get a designer to make your website. You have to get a designer to program your WooCommerce, get it working for you. That's a lot of fees, lots of money. So I'm trying to save you guys money. And so I recommend Shopify.com. It is $30 a month, which is really nothing compared to the money that you'll be making in profit. So you really don't even see that money going away because I make that profit within a few hours or sometimes an hour. They do have more alternative products which are more expensive that give you more opportunities, although I just stick with the basic plan. The cool thing about Shopify is they give you 14 days, no risk, for free, and you're able to build your store, get it ready, and then launch it after the 2 weeks and then start paying your $30. So it's easy to get in, it's easy to start, it's easy to manage. So let's just get into creating your Shopify store. So you're going to go to shopify.com. And actually, before I even continue on this, going back to the domain name and the logo, if you didn't quite understand the sites I was telling for the logo, you're going to go to fiverr.com, fiverr.com, or you can go to arturoknight.com and message me for your logo needs or web design needs, or you could just contact your local designer. For your domain name, you're going to go to godaddy.com and you just search your name. So, for instance, if I wanted to make a hair shop, I'm going to do Sylvia. You spell Sylvia, SYL, Sylvia's hairshop.com. Let's see if it's available. And it's available. So, I recommend going with the .com. Do not get a .us, do not get .live, do not get any of these. .store, .shop, these are outdated, or some of them are newer, but they're still outdated. For your SEO and for your power of your site, please get a .com. It's what everyone's used to, and I do see a lot of stores who are trying to use .net, and it is harder for them to advertise because Google just kind of puts the .coms first, and that's just the way it is. There's not really a specific reason why. It's just because everyone's used to .com. So GoDaddy is where you're going to get your domain name. So let's get back into creating your shop. So this is shopify.com. You're going to click on Get Started. You're going to start your 14-day free trial. Just put your email address, password, and your store name. So for this masterclass, I'm going to go ahead and just go with a, I'm sure a lot of you would probably want to get into fashion. So I'm going to go ahead and do a fashion store, which would be clothing for men, for women, and kids, or whoever. So let's create a luxury fashion brand. Say, for instance, I created a brand called Lux Life Clothing. Create your store. And then Shopify is going to ask you a few questions. You're going to put this information in here. It's not important. Shopify does use this info just to organize you, and it knows how to help you out. Shopify does have a support team, and they have live chat agents which will help you, which is perfect because you never know when you have a question. Just hop on at any time, whether it's 2 a.m. There'll be someone there to help you within a chat box. And it's also very helpful because, like myself, I hate talking on the phone. So I love chatting online. I love talking online. It's just a modernized way, the way I like to. It's seamless for me. So you could easily go to their website, or in your dashboard, you could even chat with them through there. So are you already selling? No, I'm not selling products yet. Do you have something to sell? I'm still brainstorming ideas on what to sell. What is your current revenue? $0. I am just getting started. Leave this unchecked because you're creating this for yourself, not a client. Click next. This is going to be the default business address for Shopify that they use for them to contact you. This address and information will not be on your live site. I repeat, this will not be in your site. This will not be shared with the public. This is specifically for you and Shopify. So put your first name, last name, your address, your city, your zip code, state, country, phone number, and you don't have to put a website in because we don't have a website yet. Enter your store. And now you can see it took us straight to our new Shopify dashboard. So this is the place that you're going to see over and over and over again. It's where you'll see your sales, you'll see your sales breakdowns, your products, you'll see news on this page. Shopify also gives out a lot of tips and blog posts on helping you. The more you use your shop, the better news and content they give you. For instance, right now it's pretty blank because there's nothing on the store. Although on mine, you're able to see the countdown to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which, as I'll say again, is a big thing for us in e-commerce. Black Friday, Cyber Monday is Christmas for us. And I've seen some e-commerce people make millions of dollars with just Black Friday. It's crazy. But going on, that's the future, of course. This is your dashboard. This is the seamless way of working and working with Shopify specifically, and working with your business, handling your orders, handling your themes, your domains, everything like that. Once you finish these 3 options here, this is going to clear up and you'll be able to see your sales, your live viewers, and so on are going to be right here. So real quick, I'm just going to go through the dashboard and show you what every single section means and what it does. So of course we went to the home page here. This is going to be your order page. All the orders that you get are going to show up on here. We have no orders now, so nothing's showing up here. You'll be able to see your orders. You'll be able to manage your orders, fulfill them, and send emails through there and handle your customers. All your orders are going to show up in here. And it also shows orders that are fulfilled and not fulfilled. So you'll be able to organize whether you've taken care of a product or not, if you shipped it out or not, if your drop shipper has shipped it out or not. So this is a great place to track your orders and see what's happening. And if anyone has a concern with the order, you just go straight to here. The drafts are going to be orders that were created but never finished. So you could take an order over the phone. You could email an invoice and collect payments through here. And once they're created through the drafts, they're going to stay there until they're paid for, and then they go to the actual orders page. So if you're somewhere and say someone wants to buy a product from you, go ahead and create a draft order for them. Create the draft order, collect the manual payment from them, and then it'll automatically send it to well, not automatically. You have to say it's fulfilled once you collect the manual payment. But if you get an online payment, then it'll automatically get sent to all orders for you. So next is abandoned checkouts. Abandoned checkouts is a very, very important area. So an abandoned checkout is when a customer adds an item to their cart, but they don't complete the checkout process. There's a big marketing opportunity with abandoned checkouts. A lot of people get sales. A lot of people in e-commerce get sales by saving their customers. A lot of customers will add something to their cart and then just leave it there. So what Shopify automatically does is, after 1 day of a cart being abandoned, they'll send an email out to the customer saying, hey, you forgot these products in your cart. Are you sure you should come back and buy them? So that email brings in a lot of sales. It saves a lot of your sales, and it helps you market. So Shopify, again, is a great way of making more sales. So that abandoned checkout program right there it's free. It comes with the program, and it's amazing. It helps save your sales because a lot of people aren't going to be checking out right through the first way. They're going to take some time or maybe wait till payday. And those emails that Shopify sends really helps. Up next is your products page. The products page is going to have all the products that you have on your store. You're going to be able to see the inventories. You're going to be able to see the lineup, the categories or collections here within Shopify. And they're all will be here. Once you have a product, which we will later in this course, you'll see the products here within this product section. This is transfers. If you're going to track and receive incoming inventory from suppliers, this is what you're going to use. Because suppliers are a lot for wholesaling, or maybe you have a supplier locally. This is where you're going to want to use transfers. I personally don't use transfers because I drop ship, but you might need to use it. It's the same thing as it's going to show products here, just like the products page. Inventory. You can manage your inventory here. If your stock levels are low or high, or if a product runs out, you're able to see it here. So enable your inventory tracking for each of your products to see when stock levels are low. So once you put your inventory for each product, if it's going low, you'll be able to come in here into the inventory page and see all the products that are about to sell out. So you'll be able to plan and order some more, or find a new product that's drop shipped, or reach out to their sellers saying, hey, when are you going to restock this? So the good thing about Shopify is it automatically takes the product off your store if you're out of inventory. Or if someone tries to purchase it, it'll tell the customer this product is out of inventory, it's out of stock. So this is where you'll see that. Your collections. The collections in Shopify is pretty much the categories. The categories are different sections of what you're going to sell. They automatically put one in called homepage. But since we're doing a luxury clothing line, let's go ahead and go in and I'll show you how to create a collection. A collection is, like I said, a category. So a category would be men's clothes. Go ahead and put a description, which is optional. Most luxury collection of our apparel. Make sure it's real professional. Make sure you read what you type, because this will be seen by your customers. Any misspellings can cause you to lose sales. Make sure you put a collection image. I'll go ahead and use my webinar photo. And your products are going to show up here. Since this collection is created already, you're not going to have any products. We have no products here yet. So you're just going to want to save that. That's how you create a collection. So you have men's clothes, women's clothes, toddlers clothes, kids clothes, or if you're selling, say, golf equipment, you might have golf racks, you might have the actual clubs, you might have balls, you might have golf clothes. So this is where you'll separate all that by creating your different categories. In Shopify, they call it collections. So in clothing, for instance, with my LA Saints, I have the fall collection, I have the winter collection, and they're all separated within here. So make sure to organize it by your collections, which is pretty much categories. Once you have the advanced Shopify plan, I use the basic plan, but if you have the advanced Shopify plan, then you'll be able to start making gift cards for your customers, selling gift cards, and Shopify will take care of that for you. It's amazing. Up next is the customer area. Every sale you get, Shopify collects your customer's information and it places it in here. If you're searching for a customer, you could come and search in here for them. You could find their address, their email address, their phone number, their name. It'll show how they purchase. It shows what they purchased with. It'll show when their payout is for exactly what they purchased. It's all here with the customer. So if you're also trying to do an email campaign, Shopify automatically saves their emails so you could send them emails. It's cool, huh? This page here is going to be your analytics. When you're trying to track your store, how it's doing, and track your sales and see your performance rates, come into the analytics dashboard. You'll see your total sales amount right here. You'll see your online store sessions right here. Your returning customer rate. You'll see your average order value. You'll see your online store conversion rate, your total orders, your online store session by device. It'll tell you what devices purchase products the most. It'll tell you what states, what countries purchase most in your store. It'll tell you what products, the top products that are sold in your store. It'll even tell you the top traffic source for your store. My top traffic source right now is Instagram. So it'll tell you where are people coming to see your site. It'll show you how much money has come through marketing. It'll tell you the top pages people have seen. Top refers by session. It's amazing. There's so much that you could track here and use in the future to help you with sales, to help you fix your sales and make more sales. Because, for instance, if you see that your top sales are coming from New England or America or Italy, then you're going to want to advertise to those countries because that's where your sales are kicking in. That's where your niche is powerful. So this is a powerful, powerful part of the dashboard here is the analytics. Your reports. So those analytics that you just saw, you're able to create reports over a specific time. So if you have a business, if you're trying to make reports on performance or on your store's performance, you could make a report, get it printed, choose what you want it to show in there. And it's just like any other, like a bank statement pretty much. It'll show you a statement of everything you've done, your finances, your behavior, your marketing, your customers, your profit margins, and so on and so on. So much to run your business. Live view. Live view pretty much will show you a blip. This is actually one of the coolest parts of the store. You're able to see when someone's viewing your site in real time. So if someone's viewing your website in Italy, Germany, China, Africa, it's going to show a little blip of where they're located specifically and even what city. And it'll show you where they are watching your site from currently in real time. If that view turns into a sale, you'll see it turn to orange. This is a really cool toy because it's really, it makes me really happy when I get on my site and I see real life people viewing my site in real time while I'm also on my own store. It's amazing. You can wake up at 2 a.m., get in your store and see someone's viewing it somewhere across the country. It's really cool. So when you are sleeping, it is during the day in another country. That means you make money while you sleep. While they're sleeping, you're awake working on your site and making money with the people also awake with you within your country or your area. So it's really cool. Marketing. I do not advertise using this because I do not use this. This is a new feature on Shopify that they just rolled out. I don't use it because I use Facebook and there's more opportunity. Especially with Shopify, they just try to recommend you using a carousel, which is very boring. I don't use carousels. I use videos. I use static images and so on and so on. So if you ever decide to use this marketing tab, that is on you. I will do some more research on it. Although I recommend going straight to Facebook ads and doing it straight from there as it's more versatile. And that's also what I'll be teaching in this course. The discount tab. So I'm going to go ahead and take you and create a discount code for your customers. So if you're going to have brand ambassadors, you're going to want to give them a discount while also giving them a code to use to share with their viewers to give them a discount. So you could create any discounts you want up to any amount you want. So let's create a discount code. Let's name this Save 20 Halloween. This will be the code that they type in at checkout, which will save them whatever you put here. You could choose percentages, a fixed amount, free shipping, buy X, get Y, which means buy this, get that. So say, for instance, if I wanted to tell my customer, here's 20% off. Go ahead and use the code SAVE20 Halloween. I'm going to come in here, put it at percentage, put it at a 20% discount value on the entire order, no requirements, and everyone is eligible. And there's no usage limits because I'll control that code and I'll delete it when I want to. Start date right now, start time right now. So once your code is created, just copy this so you can share it with whoever, save the code, and there you go. Save 20 Halloween is now created and it's giving your customers 20% off. You could even give them free shipping. And maybe you could do free ship Halloween. So there's so many opportunities on discounts, and that does also help people come and shop. I mean, a measly 20% off, that is not much at all. Although to your customer, that's everything to them. Whether it helps them save on shipping, whether it helps them save on just taxes or whatever you choose, that is totally up to you. You are in control. Up next is the automatic tab. If you're trying to create automatic discounts, this is what you will use. I do not use this because it gets out of hand, although I like to be in control of my codes. If you want to use this, that is up to you. I will not be teaching this, but you can learn it, I'm sure, by another person on Google or YouTube. Again, I recommend just creating manual codes unless you're dealing with hundreds and hundreds of savings. Up next is the app page. Every app that you have is going to show up on here. It already shows you some of the top apps here. For instance, Oberlo, that's what we're going to be using for drop shipping. So all the apps you have are all going to show up here. You'll be able to access them here to the app section. So now we'll go into the sales channels, your online store. So with Shopify, they give you a theme right off the bat. The theme's called Debut. It is the most popular theme used within Shopify. I use it in some of my stores, but I also use other themes. You could purchase a theme through Shopify or browse their free themes. See, if we explore the free themes, they have a ton of free themes here. I personally use Venture theme right here, but that's for my businesses. So choose something that looks cool for you, something that you feel you could work with. Choose it, and then just start working with it. I mean, right off the back, they give you Debut right here. So for this webinar class, I'm going to use the Debut theme because that is what I use for my clothing line, which has become very successful. And that's the only template I use for that clothing line. I have used other templates for my other clothing lines and other businesses, and Debut works, and it does work. I mean, other templates do work for all my other stores, but Debut, given that it's given to you as Shopify, it does work and it is powerful. Do not listen to other gurus who say, oh no, you have to purchase a super, super extensive theme. It has to have this. It has to do this to work. No. Your site will only work if you have things that make your customer trust your site, your products, your brand. If you have a great brand, the last thing someone's going to care about is your template. So let's actually, we'll go into designing this store in another webinar. For now, let's just go into the dashboard, which we've been going through. Up next is blog post. Blog posts are very important for a shop because they show up in Google for one. They help build a community, and they're great marketing platforms. Blog posts can go anywhere from a paragraph to stories, although I'll keep it simple. If you have a product that is very cool, for instance, I'm doing luxury clothing. If I find a celebrity endorser to wear my clothes, I'm going to create a blog about it so that it shows up in all the tabloids, it shows up in Google, and all the fans who search that celebrity are going to come across my blog post, which leads them to my site, thus making a sale. Blog posts are very important, but not needed right away. Get your store started, put together. Once you're comfortable with your items and once you're selling, then get into blogs and start rolling out some blogs. They'll be very helpful in the long run, trust me. And it's very simple to make them here with Shopify. Up next is your pages. So Shopify automatically creates your cart page, your checkout page, and your home page. What it does not create for you are all the separate pages like frequently asked questions, contact us, if you have a page for a specific product, or if you want to have a modeling page or a picture of your products on one page, this is where you'll go, is to pages. So I'm going to take you real quick into creating a page because it's so simple. You'll click add page. So let's do a contact us page. And actually, here's a tip for a contact us page. Shopify already knows you're going to create a contact us page. So type in contact us. And over here where it says template suffix, go ahead and click on page.contact. This is a template that Shopify provides for them to easily contact you. Well, not Shopify, but your customers. So you don't have to put anything in here. Your SEO will be right here, but I probably wouldn't put too much SEO on a contact us page, but more SEO on a regular product page or home page. Although if you do choose to put SEO on a contact us page, you would edit the SEO here. Page title, contact us. So even though this is an e-commerce class, I do love seeing the success of my students. So I'll go ahead and give you some SEO tips right now. And you don't have to pay extra for SEO professional. I'll just give it for free with my class. So SEO is what shows up on Google. It's search engine optimization. I'm going to have another webinar class going totally over this. Although real quick, let me just give you a quick glimpse so you already know what it is when it comes. So your SEO is pretty much when you go to Google, for instance, if I type in Arturo Knight, my SEO is very powerful because I focus on what I do and people visit my site and I know what I'm doing. So you see right off the back, when you search my name, I'm right at the top. This is my site. You'll see it has the title, it has the website name, and it has a description. Arturo Knight is an artist, entrepreneur, mentor, digital marketer, and designer. This is what I type myself. I'm also right here on the right side. Easy to contact. My website's here. This is all SEO. My LinkedIn is here. My Facebook is here. Some live videos of me in concert are here. And actually, here's my viral video, Junk Bass Player Fell. That's a whole nother story. You might want to look up that on the side, but I'm not going to show it in my webinar. I mean, it's all here. My thumbtack is here. My reviews, my YouTube. That is all SEO. The whole page is filled up with me. And that's exactly what you want to happen with your SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. So for a contact page, I would put, since this store is going to be a luxury lifestyle store, you're just going to keep it with contact us and maybe put luxury clothing online store. That's your title. That's what's going to show up on Google. Your meta description is going to be the description of this page, not your store. So get in contact with us for any questions on our apparel, garments, or just some feedback on our service. It's simple. You do not have to put the description of the actual business because this is just a contact page. Keep that in mind. And you want people to see that it's just a contact page on Google because this will get to Google. Keep this blank down here because Shopify is automatically going to do this for you. You do not want to change this. And it'll give you a sample of what it's going to look like on Google. Contact us. Luxury clothing online store. Actually, I'll change it to the actual name of my business. Lux Life Clothing. Get in contact with us for any questions on our apparel, garments, or just some feedback on our service. Perfect. You just created a contact page. So now when you view the page with the template here and the name here and everything you put, this is what it's going to look like. Contact us. Has a slot for your name, email, phone number, message, and gets sent straight to you. This is one great thing about Shopify too. You could do the same exact thing I did right now to contact us if you wanted to create another page. Say if you're creating a frequently asked questions page. It's the same exact thing. And you know what? I'll just show you right now how simple it is. If I want to create a page for frequently asked questions, I type frequently asked questions. Keep your template the same under page. And here you just type your frequently asked questions. What sizes do you offer? We offer small, medium, large, and extra large. Hold the question, that's what I would do. And then just keep putting questions and answers. How long does it take to ship a product? Takes 10 to 20 days. There you go. That's a frequently asked questions page. All you do is click save and view page, and there it is. It's super simple. And one thing I do recommend also on these pages, like frequently asked questions, keep it simple, clean, because it's just only supposed to be question and answer. Don't add images in there. Don't make them different colors and colorful, and just keep it straight forward. Make it easy to read and make it to where people understand exactly what they want to find out on that page, which would be an answer to a question they have. So that is your pages. Up next is navigation. So navigation is going to be your menus. If you go to your store, which we haven't designed it yet, so it's going to be very basic, you see home, catalog. This is your top main navigation bar. The other navigation bar is going to be way down here in the footer where it says quick links, search. So you'll see right here, you have a footer menu and a main menu. Again, main menu is here at the top. Footer menu is here in the footer. So once you start making your pages, you're going to want to start placing them on your store. So say, for instance, the frequently asked questions and the contact us page, you're not going to want that here at the top because people don't care about that at the top. That's just background stuff. Up here at the top, you're going to want your categories or men's, women's, accessories. That's what you want at the top in the main menu. In the footer menu, you're going to want the background stuff. You're going to want a way to contact you. You're going to want your frequently asked questions, your privacy policy. So in the footer menu, you're going to go in and click on footer. It automatically has a search option for you so your customers could go in and search your site. It's automatically there. You can keep it there, delete it. It's up to you. Add a menu item, and let's name it Contact Us. It's already there. Link, go to Pages, Contact Us, Add, and there it is. It's right here, Contact Us. If you want to add a frequently asked questions to the bottom, let's go ahead and do FAQ, Pages, FAQ, Add. Save it. And now your footer menu, see, it's right here. This is what all stores had. I mean, you do need this. A lot of other e-commerce gurus and teachers will not let you in to know that a store will be very powerful if you have these links. Not the contact us page, which, I mean, it always is good to have a contact us page, but a frequently asked questions page and a privacy policy. You're going to want to use that to protect yourself. If a customer is angry about a product or anything, just refer them to your FAQ page and it protects you in the long run. It shows your customers what to expect already so they're not complaining on, why haven't I gotten my product? It's only been 1.5 days since I paid. There are going to be customers like that. I mean, there are a lot of customers that are used to the typical Amazon shipping, which is Amazon Prime, which you get in 1 day or 2 day. But this is totally different. You set your own shipping rate. You set your own shipping person, your rates and time. You set that all up yourself. So put that on your FAQ page or your privacy policy page. Make sure you have them at least located on the bottom, and they'll show up here on the side. So that's the menus and the navigation. Domains. So we'll go back into your domain that you created. So when we went to GoDaddy, we created the domain, say luxlifeclothing.com. Shopify automatically gives you a domain which is going to have your name of the store and then .myshopify.com. You do not want to share that with people because they're going to know you're using Shopify. They're going to know you're not serious about your business. Once you bought your domain, you're going to transfer it over here to Shopify. And the way you do that is like this. Go ahead and click on Connect Existing Domain. My domain is going to be luxlifeclothing.com, and it might not work because I actually don't own this domain and didn't buy it. But this is what you would do when you do have your domain. Click Next. See, it says Lux Life Clothing is available to buy for $14 per year. I do not want to do that because It's cheaper on GoDaddy for one, but let's just try this out with another domain where I could maybe show you how to run through it. This is my domain I own. Let's see what it does if I want to transfer. There it goes. So if I want to transfer over this domain to Shopify, it gives you instructions right here, connecting a domain. So go ahead and read through this because it's going to be different for every person. If you use it for GoDaddy, then it's going to be super simple. If you use another place to buy your domain, it might be a little harder. So what you want to do is if you got it through GoDaddy, follow these instructions and then verify the connection. If you're able to verify a connection with your GoDaddy account, it'll do it automatically for you. So before viewing the instructions, click on Verify Connection and connect with your GoDaddy account with your login, and Shopify will automatically transfer over your domain name for you so it could be luxlifeclothing.com rather than luxlifeclothing.myshopify.com. So another thing with Shopify is they automatically give you a free SSL certificate. Let me tell you how important an SSL certificate is. It might sound like gibberish, but it's very important. Within the last recent 2 years, Google decided that it's only going to show websites with the SSL certificate. An SSL certificate shows that a website is safe to use. You have to pay for them on the side. And for all the sites that are not on Shopify, like the sites I build for my clients that are not e-commerce, I give them SSL certificates because that's what Google is looking at. For instance, if you go to the top of this Shopify page, go to any page. If you go to facebook.com, you're going to see this little lock button at the top. It's going to show its connection is secure. So that means you're able to trust this website. You're able to trust putting in your credit card info, your passwords, and all that cool stuff. So when people are purchasing from you, they want to feel safe with their info, and that SSL helps out a lot. Actually, it helps out a ton because it's giving people more trust in your site. So Shopify gives you that for free. They automatically give you that certificate so people trust your site and your domain. Once you have your domain kicked in, it's going to take at least a good 10 to 15 minutes to get your SSL working, and it does it automatically. Just give it some time. And it also takes some time for your domain to connect. So that's your domain name. Once it's connected, you're good to go. You can start going to luxlifeclothing.com or whatever your domain is. If you're trying to access your dashboard, you're going to want to go through shopify.com and log in. Do not go straight to your website. You're just going to actually see your website. So that's there. So up next is preferences. Again, this is going to be your SEO. Title and meta description. The title of my site is Lux Life Clothing. Luxury apparel. This is what shows up in Google. Again, when I search on Google, my title is Arturo Knight official site, arturoknight.com. Here I'm going to have Lux Life Clothing, luxury apparel, because that's what appeals to the masses. I want people to come to my site and see this, but when people are going to your site, make sure they know what you're selling here. And this little liner here helps out a lot also when you're doing SEO or a title or something like that. It's very professional, and that's what you see used on Google a lot. Don't use stars. Don't use little dashes like that. I recommend using these straight up lines. It's very classy, clean, and that's what I recommend to use. So your homepage meta description is going to be a description to get a better ranking on search engines like Google. It says it right here. So just type in a description. Lux Life Clothing was founded in 2018 with the help of a few friends wanting to sport the most luxurious clothes around. So you type anything about your business. This is what they're going to read. So put a little description of what your business is, and then put what you sell. So put luxury t-shirts, jackets, and accessories. There you go. That's what's seen on Google. It's really simple. You have up to 320 characters with the description. I wouldn't recommend using that many characters. Keep it short and sweet. And if you're looking for any other people who are doing it and trying to copy them or get an idea from them, just search your favorite brand or your favorite business, or better yet, search your competition. So if our competition would be a luxury clothing line, let's go ahead and search luxury clothing brand. And let's see, we have, actually, these are all blogs of who is the top one. So say we went to Vera Wang's clothing, fashion designer, very famous. You'll see here on her site, discover Vera Wang's iconic wedding dresses. Browse the complete Vera Wang collection of bridal gowns and designer ready-to-wear fashion from Vera Wang. That is super professional, super short and sweet, and it can't get better than that right there. That is a winning description. It describes what she sells. It describes who it's for and who it's by, all within 2 sentences. So that's what you're going to want to put here. Google Analytics, if you sign up for Google Analytics, that is up to you. You'll put your code here. I'm not going to go over that because I use Shopify and Facebook ads to track my analytics. Shopify already tracks how many people are coming through your site, but Google Analytics goes more into detail. So if you ever decide to use analytics, that's where you'll paste your code into here. Facebook Pixel. A Facebook Pixel is a code, well, it's not a code, it's a number that your Facebook ad will give you to place on your site. And a Facebook Pixel is very, very, very important. It's important because this pixel tracks every single user that comes to your website. It tracks what they do. It tracks what they click on. It tracks what products they went to. It tracks what products they added to their cart. It tracks where they're from. It tracks a lot of stuff. So if a customer clicks on your ad, comes to your site, and decides to buy a product that wasn't the one you advertised, this pixel will tell you exactly where they went on your page, how long they spent on that page, where they're from, what products they added, where they changed the product. It's going to show you everything. And with that pixel information, that's where you're going to get all the valuable info for your Facebook ad. And your Facebook ad is pretty much how you're going to make your sales. So this Facebook pixel is going to help you in the long run. Once you make your first ad, get that Facebook pixel, which I'll go over in my other class, which will be coming up in another video. Grab the Facebook pixel and paste it here. So once you start launching your ad, it starts collecting info, After about a month or so, you'll have good info to be able to build a conversion ad off of that Facebook pixel ID information. So if you haven't started a trial for Shopify, it's going to keep your site private. See, to disable your password page, you need to pick a plan. So what that does really is, if someone tries to go to your site, it's going to show this. Well, actually, since I'm logged in, it's going to show this, but let's go to a private browser. It's going to look like this. And also, that's another tip I recommend using. If you're trying to view your site from another person's point of view, just open up a private incognito browser, and it makes it all new to where it doesn't know it's you, and you're able to see it on the other end as a third party. So it shows as a coming soon page. So you're trying to get people to your site, it's going to show them this. And if you're a moderator, you're going to be able to enter right here your site using a password. That password is the one you're going to see right here. And it creates one for you. This one created Kunji. So you're just going to come here, put in that password, and bam, there's your site. So this will only turn off once you select the plan. So you're going to want to save this after putting your description and all that cool info. And now let's get into another part of setting up your store, the settings area. Click on settings in the bottom left area right here. So this is all the parts of your store which have to do with your payment providers, your checkout page, your notifications, your locations, your taxes, your account, your billing, your legal, your files, your sales channels, and so on and so on. This is the important part because this is where you put all your private information. This is where you're going to start off with your store. So make sure all this stuff is filled out and fixed before even launching your store. So I'll go through one by one. Let's start off with general. So my store name is Lux Life Clothing. I'm going to keep that the same. My account email, I put that in the beginning. My customer email, same one here, because that means that when you're sending an email to a customer, it's going to show this email right here, which you can change up. Store address, we put that in the beginning. It's going to be right here. This is what appears on invoices, and it is between you and Shopify. And if you are shipping from your own house, and it will use this address, or if you're shipping from your business, it will use this address. Standards and formats is your time system. I use Central Time and an imperial system of pounds. When you have a weight for your products, you could either have it in ounces or pounds. That is totally up to you and what you're selling. And edit order ID format, I will leave this blank. This is just because when you get orders on your site, it's going to show the order number, and it automatically starts at 1001. So, I mean, you could change it to 1001A or A1000 or B1000. That is up to you. I keep mine just regular because I don't have a reason to have a different prefix of an order number. Currency, of course, USD. One secret I'll let you in on: if you find a profitable product within your journey, I've seen some e-commerce mentors of mine create a Shopify store for that specific product. So for instance, I had a friend of mine who was selling, it was a faith t-shirt for, it was like a religious t-shirt, and he had a faith shop. So the shop had clothes that had to do with God and religion. So he posted the store both in America and around the world. Well, in the Netherlands, his store started to take off over there. His products were selling like crazy over in the Netherlands. And so he realized that. So what he did was he stopped selling his store to the United States and anywhere else, and he built the store specifically for that country. He literally changed the format of the language, and he even changed his currency. And he was making a killing off of that store because it was in their language and it was a store for them, not knowing that it was here in America where the store was actually coming from. So that's one thing you could do down the future. That's a little harder to do, mainly because you have to translate the pages, deal with a different currency, and you have to find a translator and so on. But it does bring in money. It does work. So that's the general settings. Let's go back to payment providers. Payment providers is going to be how you get paid. So Shopify automatically has Shopify payments, which I recommend. It's powered by Stripe. They are able to accept Apple Pay. They're able to accept Google Pay. They're able to accept Visa, MasterCard, you name it. So once you have your Shopify payment set up, you're able to make money there. And also PayPal. PayPal, I would also set up on your store because PayPal is very famous nowadays. People are using PayPal. That sounds cool. People are using PayPal for pretty much anything. They already have their accounts and it's ready. The cool thing about PayPal is when someone pays with PayPal, you get paid instantly. It goes straight to your PayPal account and you get a notification for it. With Shopify payments, it takes anywhere between 3 to 5 days for Shopify to put the payment into your bank account. But the cool thing is Shopify payments does it in bulk. So if you made $5,000 in sales in a week, it's going to send that $5,000 to your bank account on that Friday.
rather than putting a payment a day every time you make a sale, because it comes into a lot of fees, and also your bank account might see it as fraud because it's seeing all these payments coming in. So it does it in bulks of large sums. So let's go ahead and set up our Shopify payments. So you're going to go ahead and click on complete account setup. Business details. I'm an individual and a sole proprietor. If you are any of these, you could put that. But I always start with individual sole proprietor. That's what I start with. Your employee identification number, optional. And if you know what this is, then you already have it. If you don't know what it is, then you probably don't need it. But I would still look into getting it if you are going to be doing taxes with it or going to have a DBA or a business for this. But me personally, I do everything as a sole proprietor because everything is my business. I work from my own office and under my name, under my brand as Arturo Knight. So business address, same thing, put your business address. Personal details, your date of birth, your last four of your social, your first and last name. Product details, just tells Shopify what you're selling. So I'm selling luxury clothing. Customer billing statement. So this right here is what shows up on the billing statement in your customer's bank account. So if they just bought clothes from you, it's going to say SP star Lux Life Clothing. So you could change this up. If you want it to show on the statement as just Lux Life Clothing, you can't actually do that because they require you to have SP on there. Not sure why, but you could change all this stuff. Phone number where you could get contacted if they need you on an invoice or a statement. Banking information. Your funds will be deposited into this bank account. So go find your bank account that you want the money to be sent to. I recommend opening up a separate bank account for your Shopify stores because you don't want it to get mixed up with your personal funds. And mainly that's because when you have this set up automated, that means it automatically pulls funds from that bank account after it collects the money. So you don't want to end up to where you accidentally spent the money and it's now pulling out of your personal funds. You want to go ahead and make it separate so that you're able to see the exact profits, maybe get rewards off of it, and totally track every sale and go by dates, and it doesn't have to mix with your purchases that you just made. So I recommend opening up a new bank account. Put that routing number in here, put the account number in here, which you could find with your bank. I can't help you with that. And then put that in here. This is where the money's going to be sent to, which bank it's going to be sent to. Then you click complete account setup and you're done. What Shopify is going to do, it's going to put a few cents into your account just to verify that it's yours and it's working. You're going to have to verify it. So that's the payment setup for Shopify payments. Up next is PayPal. So PayPal, you're going to want to set up a PayPal on the side on paypal.com. Once you set that up, use that same email that you use for this shop, and it's automatically going to be linked. If you're using a different PayPal email, then you're going to want to go ahead and edit it in here. See, it says here, after your first sale, PayPal will email you at testingemail123@aol.com with instructions for setting up a PayPal merchant account and claiming your funds. So you could wait on it or set up your PayPal. Just make sure the emails match so the money does go straight to your PayPal account. You could even activate Amazon Pay. So it allows your customers to make purchases using payment and shipping information that they already store on their Amazon account. This helps. I don't use it personally, but it does help. They also have alternative payments, checks, GoCoin, Alipay, Coinbase, Pay Later with Klarna, Affirm, BitPay. They have a ton of other payment methods or manual payments, bank deposits, cash on delivery, or a money order. So here's your payment authorization. I would keep it on automatically capture payment for orders because if you put on a manually, you have to manually go and put everyone's card in, capture their order, authorize it, blah, blah, blah. Keep it on automatic because we're in the business of automation. We're in the business of not doing a lot of work, doing the work smart. So let's go back to settings. Once you save this, You're done with payment providers. Up next is checkout. Customize your online checkout process. Customer accounts. So with Shopify, they allow your customers to create accounts within your store, which means they could keep coming back to shop and it saves their information. I keep mine off mainly because I don't need my customers to have an account. So I keep it that accounts are disabled. You could choose whatever you'd like. Customer contact. To check out, customers can check out either using their phone number or email, or customers can only check out using email. I use phone number and email in case I have to get a hold of them if there's a problem with the order. Plus, it helps because, it's good for marketing and collecting the information from your customers. Click this to receive shipping updates. Keep in mind, if you are making lots of sales, this will get annoying in your email. Form options. So when someone's checking out, they require full name, company name, address line. You could choose what is required. For instance, a company name, you don't need that unless you're doing B2B. B2B is business to business. If you're selling to businesses, then you're going to need their company name. So keep it required or optional. Full name, always required, but require first and last name, yes, especially for shipping reasons. Address, required, or actually address 1 is required. This is address line 2 if they have an apartment unit, so keep it optional. Shipping address, phone number, hidden, optional, required. While the customer is checking out, use the shipping address as the billing address by default or enable address auto-completion. I'll keep both these checked. And they're automatically checked because this helps the process of checking out. After an order has been paid, automatically fulfill the order's line items or do not automatically fulfill any of the order's line items. That is up to you. If you are processing your own orders, this is where this will matter. If you're using a third-party drop shipper, they're going to take care of it for you. After an order has been fulfilled and paid, automatically archive the order. That is what you want because it shows here in orders how much orders you haven't done, so you're able to track what you need to keep up with. Email marketing. Show a sign-up option at checkout. Always do this so you could create and collect emails for your email campaign, which I'll go over in another webinar. Main language, English. So that's what I use for my store. So next, we'll just go to shipping. Shipping is going to be whether you are shipping from your home address or whether you are shipping from the drop shipper or from your basement or wherever you are shipping. So the shipping origin is going to be, it's automatically going to put the address that you first entered with your business. So that's something that you might want to change if you're not shipping from your home address because that will be shown to your customers. So I recommend if you're going to sell directly from your house, don't put your home address unless you are going to be shipping from there. Then you have to. I would recommend getting a virtual mailbox or even anything else really. So that's for shipping from an address of your own home. If you are using a drop shipper, the drop shipper will be shipping from them. So it's not going to really need an address to show shipping because it's not going to show them where it's shipping from because it's getting shipped from the drop shipper. So you could leave that blank if you're using a drop shipper, but if you're using your own house to ship from, then I would put your address there because this is where it's going to calculate and how it's going to calculate the rates that how much it costs to ship an item, how much it costs to weigh it. It's going to do all that to where this address is set. Up next is the shipping rates at checkout, which will be the shipping zones. So shipping rates shown to customers at checkout might be inaccurate, and you could have trouble buying shipping labels for your orders. It's saying that because I have to review the address. The address I have set up here is address 101, so that's why it's giving me this problem here. So if you're shipping from your home address, you're going to want to leave this the same because here in America, the main shipper we use is USPS. And as you can see, it's calculated at checkout. So keep that the same for domestic. For worldwide, they use DHL Express or USPS. If you want, you could use other ones like China Mail or China EPS, whatever, but you have to go in and edit it and add those in. Although Shopify recommends to just keep these because these are the best ones with the best rates. So we'll keep this the same as if we were shipping out of from here. Label format, if you're shipping from your home, it'll tell you whether it's on an 8.5 by 11 or 4 by 6. Depending on your printer, you choose this right here. And they do give you discounted prices on labels also. Packages, the package sizes used to ship your products are going to be here. The weight and the dimensions of the default package are used when calculating shipping rates at checkout. So in order for them to calculate the correct shipping rates, you have to put the type of boxes you use to ship out your products. So a sample box here would be a 12 by 8.75 by 6 inches and 0 pounds. That's the default. So if you already have a box that you use for shipping your products, put the size in here because it's going to help calculate it with these up here. Packing slips. A packing slip is a printed list of items in a shipment that often goes inside a package. You can do that yourself, or you could have someone do it for you. Packing slip template will be right here. I don't do that because, again, I drop ship. But customizing the packing slips you can print when you're fulfilling orders right here, and Shopify will put it inside your package. Additional shipping methods, that's really only if you really want to go into like FedEx or something totally different, but you're going to have to upgrade your plan to do a third-party checkout rate because Shopify already works with USPS. Custom order fulfillment. So if you need a custom order fulfilled, then you have your own fulfilling service, then you're going to add your fulfillment service here, which would be like if you had a t-shirt store, a t-shirt company down the street who ships your items for you. You want to add them as your fulfillment service so that they'll be the ones who fulfill the items and pretty much say if something was shipped out or not. If you are going to be drop shipping, you're going to want to delete all these shipping rates because shipping is going to be different for every product, and since it's around the world, it's always going to be different. One secret that I let my students in on is getting great sales is not only having great products, but having a catch on the site and give them something. If you give them something, they'll stay. I like to give free shipping. And it's not, I don't take a loss in that because I'm making a ton of profit with the products already. So the shipping price is included with that. And that's what I do because I'm going to get more sales either way by saying I'm giving free shipping worldwide. So if you're going to be giving free shipping worldwide as a drop shipper, you're going to come in here to the shipping, then you're going to go to domestic and just delete it. Well, actually, don't delete it because this is the country of where you're shipping to. This is domestic. So keep that here. What you're going to want to delete is down here where it says calculated rates. So you're not going to you do not want it to get calculated anymore since it's drop shipped. Since you just want free shipping, you go to price-based rates, click add rate, and put free shipping at a minimum order price of 0 and a maximum order price of no limit. It's on all products. And the rate, of course, is going to be a free shipping rate. So I just made my whole store with free shipping. So whenever someone buys a product, it's going to say free shipping in the United States. That's for drop shipping right here. If you decide to not offer free shipping and want to make profit on shipping, then that's where you're going to get into creating weight-based rates. So the way you're going to do that is, I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you have under 20 products. If you're going to have more than 20 products, do not do weight-based rates because you literally have to put a rate for every single product. And not only that, you have to make a rate for if they bought 2 of those products or 3 of them. and it could get very, very confusing. So that's why I always recommend either have a free price-based rate or at least a standard shipping rate of anywhere between $4 and $10. I would say $5 shipping on all items for local and $10 shipping for all international orders. And you'll even get some profit off of that shipping money too, but it just covers you when it comes to the shipping price. So you could put free shipping, $5 shipping, $10 shipping. That's totally up to you. If you are interested in doing weight-based rates, reach out to me and I will send you a specific video on that. It is very hard. I will let you know that. And pretty much what it is, you're going to pretty much make a product, put its weight into it, and then you're going to calculate the rate as if it was multiplied with different products. So if someone bought anywhere between 5 to 10 products of one rate, you're going to put that rate of how much for it to calculate each time based on the weight. And then you have to change the weights for different products. It gets very confusing, but if you want to do weight-based rates, which is really good for clothing lines under 20 pieces, I can help you with that too. Just reach out to me. But in this webinar class, I will not go over it because I recommend using free shipping, $5 shipping, or $10 shipping for international orders. Or another thing you could do is free shipping over, say, any order over $50. You could set it to whatever you want, but that will influence your customer to want to spend more money on your site just to get that free shipping. So you could say on your site, free shipping to anyone who spends more than $49.99. And then you come here to price-based rates, add rate. I'll put that free shipping. But now my minimum order price, I'm going to put $50. When someone spends $50 on my store, I'm going to give them free shipping. If anyone spends under $50, it's going to charge them the basic $5 to $10 shipping. So that's a cool thing about price-based rates. That's a hard thing to say. Price-based rates. So make sure that's set up, and then you're good in your shipping. Do the same exact thing with the international right here. Rest of the world, same exact thing. Go ahead and delete the calculated shippings and then add in your own shipping rates. And that's for drop shipping. Again, if you're doing regular e-commerce, selling your own products, keep this there because you're going to want it to be calculated from where you're shipping from. So let's go ahead and get out of this. Taxes. So this is where you'll be able to choose whether you charge taxes, whether you don't. It's completely up to you. So you could choose all taxes are included in my prices. If selected, all taxes will be calculated using this formula. Tax equals tax rate times price divided by 1 plus the tax rate. For example, 1 pound at 20% VAT will be 0.17 pounds rounded up. So in a more easier way to say it, if you want the price to be included in the actual price, click this. If you want to charge taxes on shipping rates, click this. Or you cannot charge shipping or taxes or tax rate at all. If you choose not to do any taxes and just pay it on your own at the end of the year, that's fine. Just keep this unchecked. That is completely up to you. Again, I'm not a tax professional. I would reach out to your tax person, whoever does your taxes, to help you with this decision. Locations. This is where you're going to manage the places you stock inventory, fulfill orders, and sell products. This is the address. So this is where you're handling your products. If you're drop shipping, just keep this to your address. It's not going to be seen because you're getting in drop shipped, but if you're selling from your own address, this is where it'll be right here. And you could add different locations too. Say you have a fulfillment center in Colorado or a fulfillment center in Vegas, just add it in here. And it'll help you with fulfillment to say who fulfilled what and where. Notifications. Here you're going to manage notifications sent to you and your customer. So this is a really, really unique part of Shopify because, like I said earlier, Shopify sends emails to your customers. They help you with orders. They help you by sending even abandoned cart emails and so on. You're going to want to go in. I mean, Shopify already makes a standard template that they believe works, but you're going to want to go in and customize it with your brand. So these are the emails they send out. They send out order confirmation emails. They send out orders canceled emails, order refund emails, draft order invoices, abandoned checkouts, fulfillment requests, shipping confirmations, shipping updates, shipping delivered, your customer's account, so on and so on and so on. So instead of having to go one by one by one to edit each one, just click here on customize. And this is pretty much the general template of all the emails. You're going to want to choose your logo right here. Choose the color of your accents. Mine will probably be black. And there you go. It's as simple as that. It's showing you how you could change the color, your logo. It puts it on every single one. And like I said, this says thank you for your purchase. This is what Shopify will send a customer once they purchase something from your store. Pretty cool, huh? It even gives them their address and payment method. Very professional. Very professional. Just save it. Go back to notifications. And you could still go one by one if you want to, or if you want to change the order confirmation email, just click it. I wouldn't recommend changing this unless you know what you're doing. And you could go in here and just change the type in the HTML to what shows. Next would be files. So if you remember, there was a site called Photo Bucket. You were able to upload images there, and it was during the MySpace days. This is pretty much the same exact thing. Here's where you'll keep all your files. If you want to send someone a PDF from your site, upload it here. If you want to upload a picture and share it somewhere else, upload it here because it'll be linked back to your website. This is where all your files and videos will be held that you upload. And if you're trying to look for something you uploaded in the past, it's going to be here in the files. Sales channels. So once you get your Facebook and Instagram set up with this, those are going to be two other sales channels because you're able to show your products on those stores. So just to add those sales channels, you're going to click here, add sales channels. And automatically you see they have point of sale. They have Facebook, Instagram, Amazon, eBay, Messenger. These are all places, even Kick, where you could sell your products on too. I would add Facebook and Instagram. And once you get your actual pages made on those social media sites, then you'll be able to connect them here with your Shopify, and there'll be a sales channel, which means every time you make a product, it's going to go to those pages as well, aside from just your Shopify store here. Account. It shows your trial. It shows how long you have to your next payment. It shows your account status. It shows the account owner. If you have people working for you, you could add staff accounts. Two of them actually with the $30 one. Well, this is a free one. I'm not sure if it changes because I don't use staff. But if you do have someone working for you that you want to give them access to your store, make them a staff member here. Login services, Google Apps, which allows staff to use Google Apps to log into the admin. Currently it's disabled, but if you use Google Apps, this is where you would turn it on. Store status. These are unneeded, but if it ever comes down to it, hire a Shopify expert. Never do that. They could give you just as much advice as you could find on YouTube. Pause your store. If you need to pause your store and take a break from selling, pause it, and then they'll reduce your plan price to like $14 a month. If you're ready to close your store, you just click close store here. Billing. So Shopify is going to charge a credit card or debit card for your bills, which is pretty much the monthly payment plan. So here you're going to add your credit card to where they're going to bill you to. And that's pretty much it. Your credits are going to show here. Your bills are going to show here, and your statements. But just make sure to add your credit card in right here so they have it on file and it connects with your plan. Legal pages. Before you get your store launched, make sure to go to these legal pages. Make sure they're created. Again, like I said, these customers need these things to trust you, and Shopify knows that. Your refund policy, how are you going to give refunds? Are you going to give refunds? What I do is I give a free 60-day refund period. And the reason that works is because once they receive the product, they have up to 60 days to decide whether they want to return it or not. The product has to be brand new still and unopened if they want to return it. Or if it's broken, then we'll just ship them out another one, which the dropshipper does that. Or he'll give a refund so you can buy another one. So my refund policy is 60 days. And most of the time, if you're shipping worldwide, it's going to take a lot for someone to want to return something because they have to pay for the shipping back to you. So if someone in, say, the Netherlands bought a product and says, I don't like it anymore, I want a refund. You could say, all right, sure, just pay for the shipping to get it back for us and we'll give you your refund. 9 out of 10 times, they're not going to want to pay for that. They're not going to want to go out of their way to ship it, go buy a package, get it packaged. They're just going to say, you know what, I'm just going to keep this product. Who cares? So you still need a refund policy for those few amount of people who want to follow it. Cool thing about Shopify is they give you a free template to use. So if you click create from template, click it, it's going to give you already a template to use for your store. Just read through it, change up some names, change up some dates, change up some numbers to where it fits you and how you want your refund policy to be. I mean, there are some people who don't give no refunds. That's totally up to you. Just go in here and change it, get it fixed up. Privacy policy, same thing. Create from template, read through it. This pretty much tells a customer what information you're collecting from them, and Shopify is great at telling them exactly what you're collecting. But of course, there is parts like this where it says insert descriptions of other types of tracking technologies used. So you want to make sure go in and make sure none of that's there because the customer is going to see that. Make sure it's deleted or make sure to add your description in there. Up next is terms of service. Customers can see it in the checkout footer. This is your terms of service, and this will protect you in the long run. Create from template and just read through it. Read the terms of service, change anything you don't like, have your lawyer look over it. It's up to you. Or just choose from the template and save it, but make sure that it doesn't have anything a customer is going to see like insert age. You don't want them to see that. You want to make sure you read through this, take some time and go through it. It'll help you in the end. These are very important 3 pages, which every site needs. Go ahead and go back to your settings. So that is all your settings. We went through the whole entire Shopify dashboard. So I'm hoping now you know how to work the dashboard, how to set up a Shopify site, and get yourself ready to start designing your site. So in the next video that's coming, I'm going to teach you how to design your Shopify store. So get ready, and thank you for watching this specific webinar class.